Tonight, it's all about good news. Gather everyone around for the stories that will make your family laugh, smile, and want to share. Join us for One Good Show.
And a special good evening to you. Welcome to this special edition of NonStop Local KHQ. I'm Sean Owsley alongside Leslie Lowe.
Yeah, and you're spending time with your loved ones. Our team is doing the same. So tonight we share one of our favorite newscasts of the year. One Good Show. A
year of positive stories. Well, we'll leave you with a smile as we end 2025. Gear up for whatever 2026 has in store. Before we dive in, a reminder, your local news, headlines, streaming video, it's all available at nonstoplocal.com.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
First up, this first story, you may have seen those boxes full of books around. They're called Little Free Libraries.
NonStop Local's Corey Howard recently caught up with one woman who is making it her mission to make sure those libraries are ready for visitors.
In the land of Spokane, you'll find all sorts of little frees.
I've seen matchbox car libraries, seed libraries, toys, dog libraries.
Some out in the open, some sit under trees.
Oh wow, this is good stuff in it.
Little frees of all kinds. Look, this one has beans.
So people do different things.
But when bare on books, why, Emily Peterson intervenes. In a way that's generous and makes up the whole point of this story.
We're filling up Little Free Libraries with our extra inventory.
Emily owns a bookstore.
Yeah, I just love books.
It's called Page 42.
Books are amazing.
And when books have been read readers know what to do.
People give us huge amounts of books.
12,000 a month with pages pristine and uncurled. They give them to Em because
they know we spend a lot of our time and our energy putting it back into the world.
And on this summer day with its sweat-drenching breeze,
I do a section of town at a time.
When little frees are low on books, Emily has a trunk full of remedies.
Today I'm hoping to get all of the lower South Hill.
She drives from house to house in a hurry or a snap.
Probably the next stop would be this one.
And finds depleted little frees with a tap, tap, tap on her app.
Yeah.
And in that app,
just like that,
is a map. A map that tells Emily where there's a gap.
This enables us to directly deliver books to the neighborhood where people are reading them.
Book-filling fun. No genre ignored.
It's a community effort, and they're on board.
When one is complete,
first one restocked.
It's time for another.
Might as well. We just roll right down the street.
Some little frees are big. Some are quite small. Some are filled with kids' books, but sadly,
this one has no kids' books in it at all.
So, with a fling of the door, Emily pops in some Spy School, Dork Diary, SpongeBob, and more.
We'll make sure that they get it.
So many little frees she fills with books like these.
So that middle schoolers can get access to books over the summer, on weekends, and after school hours.
And some little frees are shaped like houses. Some shaped like a school.
I love when they're shaped like this. Shaped like a book on top is so cool.
No matter how they're shaped,
oh, this one has 2 layers.
The goal remains true, to keep people reading and
find good homes for all the books that come through.
She doesn't do it for applause or anything thereof.
It's not really about getting a thank you.
Emily Peterson simply does it for books.
I'm a big fan. Done.
Because books,
we did it,
and sharing them,
it's really important to me that that opportunity is available to everybody all the time,
are what Emily Peterson loves. In Spokane, you're reporting yokel. I'm Corey Howard.
And that's that.
NonStop Local.
Oh, the places you'll go. Kind of fitting.
I liked
that, right?
the Dr. Seuss out there. Yeah.
Well, a growing group of women have made it their mission to comfort some of the most vulnerable people across our city. They're called the Spokane Fidget Project.
And as NonStop Local's Andrew Bartline reports, it's all about helping memory care patients find a tangible way to connect with their past.
Somebody's gonna like every single one of these.
You've heard the stories of a great second act, of people sewing up loose ends on a career to pin up a side hustle as their main moneymaker.
You do one end and I'll do the other.
Valerie Fawcett.
No, I spilled it.
Is not
it would have worked.
One of those.
I'm an art teacher. We give them away.
These are fidget quilts.
Put all sorts of things in here.
It's an open canvas.
Do whatever you want, yeah.
To tame the lost hands of a wandering mind.
This could bring back a lot of memories.
Every stitch, Patty Lopez quilts.
This is a fun project to help people.
Is personal.
I have a disabled son, and he lives in a facility here in Spokane, and I visit and see so many people that are
For decades, Patty's
so
been a nurse.
ignored by society.
In the span of her career, Patty's seen fidget quilts become a valuable tool for memory care patients.
50 years ago, we really didn't discuss dementia.
Different beads and bells,
This is helping me declutter, too.
different fabrics and feels.
There we go.
Produce something for them that can keep them more in contact with the reality.
Because reality is,
Our goal is to make 150 by the end of February.
many in need are without.
You know, it's just barely touching the problem.
Nursing homes and memory care units across the city can't get their hands on enough.
We find that the ones that are handmade and more personalized to that resident are actually the most beneficial.
Tara Samuel
Gives them that sense of familiarity.
sees the popularity at Riverview.
Finding out what they did when they were younger, what their hobbies were,
I try and include a key because
you know.
guys seem like they always have keys, you know.
Memory care patients are locked in the past.
Most of all of these things have been given,
The quilts offer a comforting touch today.
and we want it to explode in Spokane, so everybody who needs one has one.
Andrew Bartline,
We're just going at this like crazy.
NonStop Local.
That really is just such a great
What a
story.
story,
Yeah, it is. Valerie's sister started giving fidget blankets away in Prosser about 6 years ago. It became so popular that the project got donations from all 50 states.
The Spokane Fidget Project always looking for more volunteers to meet the need in Spokane memory care units. You can find contact for the Spokane Fidget Project in this story at nonstoplocal.com. Great story.
Yeah.
It's estimated women make up 29% of the aviation workforce. That's according to Women in Aviation International.
Yes, NonStop Locals Ainsley Anderson reports Spokane Public Schools and Northwest Flight Services hope to grow that number.
Well, it's one of the main reasons I started flight school.
Young women in aviation.
Was I feel we're really underrepresented, and honestly, I think I'm pretty honored that I get the opportunity.
It's a privilege because I live in a very male-dominated world, especially in this area.
At only 18 and 16, Evie Nesselrode and Katie DeWitt both aspire to be military pilots, and the program through Northwest Flight Service is giving them the skills and knowledge to chase those dreams at a young age.
Everything is possible.
So young, in fact, that DeWitt says she was up in the air before she was legally behind the wheel.
My first flight, I was probably like 14 and a half, and my first drive, I think I've driven in some parking lots when I was really little, but I didn't actually get my license until like 6 months ago.
Northwest Flight Service partners with the Air Force Junior ROTC class at Rogers High School. And right now, these two students are just steps away from their private pilot's license.
I plan on just becoming a military pilot in whatever branch I go into.
And according to the Center for Aviation, women make up about 5 to 7% of all pilots globally. And one of the goals of Northwest Flight Service is to inspire more young women to join that growing number.
Bringing women into this profession has been one of the founding principles of why I do this.
Senior flight instructor Gene Gussenhoven says being a girl dad makes helping these young women achieving their goals even more meaningful.
The first thing to get started in, it's not too dissimilar from how I got started, is to be curious. Ask lots of questions about aviation.
As for Evie and Katie, they say they are looking forward to the day they can teach young pilots to love aviation just as they do.
They don't know what you're capable of, and you do.
But I'm really excited to contribute more, and I want to definitely help mentor, help represent different groups and young women to hopefully inspire them.
In Spokane, I'm Ainsley Anderson, NonStop Local.
Just getting underway here on One Good Show. 3 great stories from the past year. So many straight ahead.
Yeah, such a great way to kick things off. We'll take a break. We'll see you back here right after this.
Thank you for watching One Good Show.
Well, even though it is winter right now, many of us looking forward to the warm-up ahead. Many of us, but not all of us.
Especially for one family in North Spokane County, because spring for them means a terror is unleashed once again.
Yeah, Corey Howard shows you an aggressive visitor to their home that's been part of the family's spring for several years running.
The signs of spring in Spokane. The flowers are blooming. I mean, these ones are fake, but you can imagine. The 12-foot tall yard skeletons are in their Easter costumes. And the birds are... Oh! Oh, what? Why? Why is this bird repeatedly ramming itself into this window? That's the question a couple neighbors in this Colbert neighborhood had after being tormented for hours at a time by this bird, morning and night. Not just this year, last year as well, bashing into their front window. It's a question those neighbors who didn't want to go on camera, perhaps out of fear of retaliation from the bird community, put to me, so I got to work. After seeing the videos, I wasn't sure whether to call a wildlife expert or an exorcist.
No, it's not uncommon.
With no contact information for any local exorcists, I opted for the wildlife expert.
A lot of the times with wildlife, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation to why they're doing it.
Reagan Harris from the Washington State Department of Fish and Wildlife.
What does this bird want?
Who had, as promised,
If a male bird sees its reflection in the glass, it may think that it is a rival bird rather than its own reflection.
a perfectly reasonable explanation.
And it's not smart enough to say, wait a minute, that looks just like me.
Nope, unfortunately they don't have that capacity, so they'll do it repeatedly.
It turns out,
this time of year it is very much that they've got one thing on their mind.
the violent bashing is all part of the longing for love.
So it's just mating season.
It's mating season. Its goal right now is to find a mate and lay some eggs with that mate.
And while the most damage you might find for something like a sparrow or a robin or some marks on the window or white territorial markings on the rocks below, for a bigger bird,
the only times we've had that happen is with wild turkeys.
Harris says they can actually break through the window, like this guy from last year. And, well, actually,
we had one happen yesterday as well.
But as Spokane springs to life, if you find yourself caught in the crossfire of a randy robin unknowingly battling itself for sensual superiority to minimize potential harm to your window and the bird.
Long term, one of the best things you can do is just finding a way to break up that reflection so that they're no longer seeing themselves.
And at the very least, maybe even put up a sign. In North Spokane, Corey Howard.
It's not like a self-loathing thing where they look in the mirror and say, I hate you.
NonStop Local, KHQ.
You know, you just go to your front room, you're having a cup of coffee, and then wham!
Boom. That would wake you up.
It'll scare
The
you.
little guy's just trying to get in. He's
Yeah.
like, hey, it looks good in there.
Just looking for love.
That's right.
Can we blame him?
All the wrong places.
Times a million. All right, we're back in a minute. Welcome back. Well, tonight, a story that takes you outside the Spokane area to the University of Montana in Missoula.
That's right. Every day at noon, if you're on campus, you'll hear the bells ringing. But what you can't see is the woman whose job it is to play. Yeah, I said play those bells. It's crazy.
It's a fascinating look at a 47-bell instrument called a carillon. Located in the campus's oldest building, Bradley Warren takes you into the tradition that's more than half a century old.
University Hall on the campus of the University of Montana is the focal point for so many reasons. For Barb, who shows up every day at 10:30, it's become a second home.
My daughters used to tease me because I volunteered for years and then finally got the job. They said, well, Mom, all right.
Barb is what's known as a Caroliner, and her office, it's the bell tower.
Up we go now.
We're gonna do a hike?
Yeah, bit of a hike.
100 steps to be exact, perched high above the university, surrounded by the names of students who have left their mark in brick, is the instrument she plays every day at noon.
Bachelor's in piano performance, and then I have a master's in music composition. So the master's in composition was very useful. I bet I've arranged 200 songs.
200 songs that she's put together for the students and people of Missoula to hear as they pass by.
The lowest bell weighs 2,000 pounds. That's the one that rings the hour.
Each bell has a story. They were donated in memory of someone or an event in the state's history. Do you think of these people when you ring the bells?
Yes, I absolutely do. That's the beautiful thing about a memorial, Caroline. There's nothing nicer because every bell and every note I play is remembering someone.
Each song is hand-selected to reflect the mood and the energy on campus. She's a Grizz through and through, which makes today's song that much more special. Yep, you guessed it. Barb played the fight song, heard far and wide across campus. She'll be back tomorrow for her favorite job, and you can hear her by grabbing a front row seat at the Grizzly statue every day at noon. Reporting in Missoula, I'm Bradley Warren.
Isn't that fun?
NonStop Local.
Okay, I thought guitar was hard. Did you? I can't even imagine the commitment and the time to learn how to do that. That was fascinating.
I just like that she said, now wasn't that fun? I'm like, yeah, actually it really was.
It was, and imagine just bringing out and be able to have that all. That was incredible.
I'll take a front row seat.
All right, we're gonna take a break. You're watching One Good Show, NonStop Local KHQ.
You're watching a special holiday edition of NonStop Local. This is One Good Show.
And welcome back to NonStop Local KHQ. Great to be with you tonight. You know, one of the many reasons to love the Inland Northwest is the tradition of big time sporting events.
Spokane loves to host them, and we love to cover them, from the iconic Bloomsday Run to the world's largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament. It was another great year in Spokane sports.
And we'll start with Bloomsday, as Corey Howard shows you. People who ran in the first race and have continued that tradition. Here's Corey's story on the Bloomsday Perennials.
Yeah, there I am. Good looking guy, huh?
As is the case with any race,
I never thought of it as anything, starting anything.
It all starts with a single step.
It looked healthy and it looked like fun.
Which is a pretty cliche line to start this story.
Which isn't a good thing.
You're feeling good?
I feel good.
And Jack Tenold would be the first to point this out as I drag him and his wife Tana over to the Bloomsday statues.
That's been nice for Spokane.
For an attempt at this cool panning shot of these old Bloomsday photos of him. Because even that, as Jack says...
That's pretty corny, isn't it?
It is. But corny and cliche doesn't make Jack's incredible story any less impressive. A story, a step, that started...
Well, that was way back in whenever it was.
48 years ago.
I think like 1,100 of us.
At the very first Bloomsday.
And I saw that and I thought, well, I can do that.
And I wish I could tell you it was grit, determination, and an unwavering commitment to become a Bloomsday perennial.
So I trained. I didn't know what training was.
But for Jack...
Well, then there was the second one. There wasn't much going on.
He's ran the past 48 Bloomsdays.
And then there was the third one.
Simply because...
You know, I have never had a conflict. In 48 years, I've never had a conflict.
He's really had nothing else going on those days.
I've never been religious about it. I've just been lucky that I've been able to do it.
But this year...
Now I am being a little religious about it because I'm having to struggle on this one.
It's different.
And why are you struggling on this one?
Well, you know why. Tell the people out there.
Yes, sir. It was during last year's Bloomsday race, Jack wasn't feeling well, and later that summer,
I got to where I couldn't breathe very well, and it turned out my lung was full of stuff.
Initially diagnosed as bronchitis, the reality was much worse.
So I lost one of my lungs, and I have stage 4 lung cancer.
But even as nonchalant as he comes off, Jack's not about to let that.
I practiced the other day. I went up Doomsday Hill. That was a struggle.
Stop him from getting his next Bloomsday.
This will be 49 in a row if I can waddle through it.
Under his belt.
There's no reason why I shouldn't do it now. Why would I quit at this stage?
So, with a streak to maintain, and as always for the past 49 first Sundays in May,
well, nothing else to do.
Jack's ready to hit the Bloomsday course yet again.
It's a challenge, and I like challenges.
And although this year will look a little different,
I'll have to carry my oxygen concentrator.
With the blessing from his doctor,
I've been treated really, really well. My lung doctor said he thought it would be good.
And a group of family members.
My daughter and her husband and their baby is coming.
Scattered across the course in support.
I'm going to start ahead and they'll catch up with me in shifts. We'll see if it works.
Even with everything going on, Jack enters his 49th Bloomsday with a sense of optimism.
We should be able to limp over the finish line.
But it's optimism laced up with the possible reality.
I don't know if there will be a 50.
That the race he started 48 years ago could be nearing the finish line.
Well, what can I do about that? I mean, do I have any options? If I do, let me know.
But he keeps going. And if he can, if his feet can get him to the starting line of the 50th running of this race he accidentally grew to love,
people should realize how special it is.
If Jack Tenold can be there.
If there is, and I can do it, I'll do it.
That is, if he doesn't have any scheduling conflicts again.
I don't think I get any prizes, though, if I hit 50, so I'm not sure why I'm doing this except for a t-shirt.
That's what everyone does it for, right?
Yeah, isn't that stupid?
In Spokane,
we're here at our corny shot.
It's pretty corny.
It is.
Corey Howard, NonStop Local KHQ.
Oh, what a great disposition, and hasn't lost his sense of humor, and he did finish that race.
I like Jack.
We love Jack. Of course, Bloomsday brings people from all different backgrounds.
And Andrew Bartline has this heartwarming story of one Bloomie whose journey in the most recent race looks a lot different than most.
For better or worse, people are prone to label themselves.
Absolutely. I mean, I was young, I was dumb.
But the words we write hardly hold up in a hard headwind.
I'm not saying this had to happen, but it opened my eyes saying, I mean, there's something much better out there for me.
There's something to starting over.
Yeah.
Jerry Escamilla knows because his life nearly slipped through his fingers.
You just can't move. I'm incapacitated, can't talk, had to be on a vent, can't breathe on my own.
The nightmare was captured
right here,
on his mom's phone.
He's literally already going limp. I was just
Angie Escamilla.
Numb. I wasn't sure what was happening.
She sent one text to family and friends.
Pray now.
Jerry bounced through several hospitals.
5 codes in the process too.
And after he was discharged, Jerry finally found a sense of home at St. Luke's Rehab in Spokane.
So he had a type of nerve disease called Guillain-Barré syndrome, or GBS. So people go from being totally normal, living their life, to fully paralyzed within a week.
Dr. Carolyn Black helped Jerry learn to walk again and get his life back.
And so we did talk a little bit about setting realistic goals, but at the same time I was like, I don't want to limit you.
It's like I'm gonna do Bloomsday, and I'm literally looking at her while she's working on my legs and helping me to learn how to sit up on myself.
Okay, there's another one, him going downstairs.
Step by step, Jerry got his strength back.
And it was just, I was in awe.
In just a few years, he met his goal too, finishing in 3.5 hours.
But Jerry didn't even care about his time. He just wanted to finish. And even if he got last, well, he kind of wants to be, especially at a place like this.
Both my kids were paralyzed at one point or another.
His younger brother,
but he got a brain bleed,
was just 9 months before.
So he had lost all speech and sound and was paralyzed on his right side. Reunited again.
And he too made a remarkable recovery.
That's Josiah. We didn't just see one miracle, we have 2. in our home.
From the hospital bed to the Bloomsday finish line, Jerry prays he's the last.
No, I told him that's the last time you'll see the Escamias there.
God willing, the last Escamilla.
And I'm like, you're not seeing me again, man.
But that label won't define him either. Paralyzed just a few months ago, and you won't even see him use his accessible parking pass.
I had to learn from it, you know.
Andrew Bartline.
Life's too short.
NonStop Local.
What a mindset.
I was going to say a lot for one family to go through. What an inspiration.
Not once but twice, but as she framed
Yeah.
it, we have two miracles.
It's exactly it.
Our Hoop Fest over the 3 days in late June every year. Streets of downtown Spokane packed. Men, women, children, they go toe-to-toe in the event that has grown in one of the largest outdoor 3-on-3 basketball tournaments on the globe.
So much fun. Hoop Fest welcomes new teams each year, but there's one team that are no strangers to the joys of Hoop Fest.
And Corey Howard talked to the Mercedes boys who've been playing Hoop Fest for more than 3.5 decades.
Nestled on the north bank of Riverfront Park is this testament to greatness. The names, faces, the legacies that have truly made Spokane, Washington, Hooptown, USA. And on this day, on the colorful courts that Hoop Fest built, in the shadows, or rather scorching sun, of this shrine to hooping heroes, stands Skip Templeton, Dave Boyer, and Mike Montoya. 3 Hoop Fest veterans collectively known as...
Hope you got a lot of video.
the Mercedes boys. Oh, wait. Actually, it's not an S at the end.
With a Z at the end.
Yeah, there you go. The Z gives it that street cred.
I was trying to play the win that time.
But an intimidating Z in place of an S will only get you so far if you're looking to make a name for yourself at Hoop Fest. You also need longevity. Mercedes boys.
Mike and I have played probably 28 years together.
Well, they have plenty of that too.
I showed them 2 peach baskets I'd nailed up.
Back then they had the wooden baskets.
No, not that long ago. But yeah, that long ago. All the way back in 1990.
Kind of figured it was going to get big.
When they played in the very first Hoop Fest.
It was fun, yeah. Like Skip said, you get out and all of a sudden there's all these courts downtown.
And ever since, while they still enjoy the occasional pickup game or rec league, once a year for the past 35 years, they trade the hardwood of a gym for the crooked and cracked streets of Spokane to continue a tradition much like their newest member.
I was pretty desperate to find a team a couple years ago.
Dave Boyer is also a Hoop Fest perennial, but had recently found himself to be a hooper without a home. So he turned to the online community.
I've never been on Facebook. I didn't know what the heck was going on.
And it was Skip's wife who found Dave, and after overcoming some...
She said, I'll DM you Skip's phone number, you can give him a call.
Technical issues.
I didn't even know what DM meant.
The Mercedes boys...
We picked up a straggler.
We're whole again. They're legends who've learned lessons in the 35 years since they all first began playing.
You try to get wiser and smarter. You realize what you should be doing and what you can't be doing anymore. Your brain tells you different.
A lot has changed.
This year we're in a little different bracket.
Their age bracket, for one.
That 25 to 45, that's a brutal group.
Now, playing in the 65 and over elite bracket.
Now everybody kind of watches out for each other. Yeah. You got to go to work, you're retired, and you want to get to the next day.
But off the court, they've also become family.
A little story behind it.
Mike's daughter, the namesake of the Mercedes boys all those years ago.
She was a coach of our teams. She would come to the Hoop Fest games and she'd sit and watch.
Well, now...
Making the long story short, she's now my daughter-in-law.
Mercedes married Skip's son.
So now we're family.
We've got 2 grandkids now.
3.5 decades. And they've been through everything Hoop Fest has to offer together. Championships.
Out of the 35 years, I think about 7 times.
Not championships.
I think I've lost more Hoop Fest games than anybody in Hoop Fest.
And they enter this year with humble ambition.
Hopefully we'll win a game or 2. Last year was pretty bad.
But also just a much simpler overall goal.
Just don't get hurt.
And while we may not see the Mercedes boys, with a Z, on the Hooptown Hall of Fame display anytime soon, That's okay.
All right, we'll try 3.
Oh. Get him, boy.
As long as the passion is still there.
So far, so good.
The knees are still willing, and
the shots still go in.
The Hall of Fame can wait.
We're legends in our own minds, man.
The Mercedes boys have a tournament to play in Spokane.
There you go. It's your turn. Shoot it.
No.
Corey Howard.
Come on, move in, bro.
All right.
NonStop Local.
I don't play.
It's all right.
See, there you go. There we go.
Thank you for watching One Good Show.
Well, it's not exactly a sport, but this year, Corey Howard covered Cash Me Spokane couple, a pair giving out quite a bit of money, if you can find it.
Hello?
If someone tells you they have free money,
go on.
Tell them nothing's free. Money especially. That's a price tag stuck to your soul, and the bill always comes due.
Okay.
But if your boss tells you to do a story about a social media account giving away free money in and around Spokane,
I'm on it.
Well, do it. It's your job. Someone in my town going around dropping off free money sounds about as true as a cat's promise to stay off the counter. Sure, Spokane's known as the Lilac City, but we like another color too. Green. But like a turtle on a fence post, it was as confusing as it was astounding. $50 here, $100 there. Whoever runs this account was a confetti cannon of currency. We hide cash, you find it. Watch for clues, tag us when you win. Cute bio, but it was my turn to tag in. But how do you find someone who lives in pixels and mystery? Someone who doesn't want to be found, a ghost in a city of skeletons.
Oh, you can direct message on TikTok. I did not know that.
Turns out the grand illusion of anonymity has a back door with no bouncer, no secret cipher, no password needed. The simplest way is often the most fruitful. Baby, I just got a basket of bananas. The team behind the account wanted to keep their identity secret, locked tighter than a pickle jar in Fort Knox. We agreed to meet at their next drop spot, Finch Arboretum.
Are you guys Cash Me If You Spokane?
We are.
I was more interested in the why they were giving out free money than I was the finches or the arbors they eat.
We were just trying to find, a way to give back to the community and spread a little positivity.
And I found it's pure positivity propagated from the pair's own pockets.
And it's awesome just to, see the joy in people's faces when they're able to come out and when they actually win. It's a small gesture, but it seems like it means a lot.
Cash Me number 2. You're not talking much. Why is that?
I'm a little bit shy.
A little bit shy, a lot of bit generous. Since starting the account back in February, they've given away thousands of dollars, gained thousands of followers across multiple platforms, with no sign of slowing down.
Trying to grow to the point where we can give out more money, get more local businesses involved.
He himself a small business owner, they both know the power of giving back, so they scatter greenbacks like seeds to the community garden.
Just wanted to, really highlight our city. We live in a beautiful town. There's a lot of places people don't know about and a lot that we have to offer. And, when we do these films, you get to see that.
We love this city, so we want other people to get to see how beautiful it is.
They aren't taking a salary for this racket, see? Unless you count the payoff in smiles and joy, and in that case, these two are already richer than a silk suit. Try to jump in line for the dough?
Is there a way I can get an upper hand on everyone else?
You'll find your luck runs colder than a Spokane winter, twice as short.
No.
Unfortunately not.
Hearts of gold, pockets of cash, all ready to go back to the town, the followers they love.
I'm gonna walk this way. I was never here.
So there you go, Spokane. You chase shadows long enough, you'll find the light. Or $50. Free money? It's out there. Apparently easier to find than an out-of-shape dad climbing a tree. You just need to make sure you follow on Instagram and something the kids call TikTok. Turn on those alerts. In Spokane, Corey Howard.
Where is that thunder coming from?
NonStop Local.
where is that thunder coming from? Still good people in this world, right?
Yeah, a lot of kindness out there.
A lot of kindness.
And I like the either the finches or the arbors they eat.
Or an out-of-shape dad climbing a tree.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're back in a minute. 1 mile a day for 100 straight days. A Spokane 10-year-old hit a major milestone.
NonStop Local's Giera Cottingham shows us how his story is inspiring a community to get moving.
Some days I didn't want to do it, but I just pushed through. That's what 10-year-old Harry Flaherty told me after finishing a milestone last Thursday, July 24th. I'm here at Manitou Park where Harry celebrated 100 straight days of running a mile, and his journey is encouraging others to lace up too.
I made it to 100 days. I'm really proud of myself, and it is really fun to do with friends and family.
Harry started the daily streak on his 10th birthday. He committed to running 1 mile every single day for 100 days.
I was starting to get really tired on day 1, but I still kept going, and I believed in myself, and that's how I got all the way to here.
What started as a challenge with his dad grew into something much bigger. His science teacher turned Harry's run into the Great Hawk Migration, a summer-long project encouraging others to build their own daily habits.
Teachers. I just received a text a couple weeks ago about a teacher sharing how the Great Hawk Migration, she's really enjoyed it and how it's helped her build new healthy habits at home.
I thought he would run 7 days because he got a reward of a slushie. And then it was 25 days, and then it was 50 days, and then it became a thing.
Harry's grandma says his dedication even rubbed off at home.
He's the oldest in the family, and he takes care of his siblings, and they all love him. And so when he does something, they all follow. So when he started this running streak, they all started running, and they would have a video every day saying, "Yahoo, here we go," and they would run into Manitou Park.
For Harry, his goal is not just about numbers. It's about proving to himself he can accomplish hard things.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on. Yeah, I'm never gonna stop. I'm gonna do what I wanna do.
Harry and his support team say if you don't have support to accomplish a unique goal, they are right behind you. Reporting in Spokane, I'm Giera Cottingham, NonStop Local.
Welcome back. Well, out of the flames of the devastating Wolf Lodge fire came not only destruction, but tremendous resilience.
One firefighter injured while battling those flames is now stepping up to lead. Here's NonStop Local's John Webb.
Normally I'm typing on a computer, but...
Meet Kevin Crawfoot.
Well, I grew up here in Hayden.
He's been here his whole life, and now he's Northern Lakes Fire District
interim fire chief.
He's been at Northern Lakes for over 3 decades.
First as an EMT, I signed up here to take an EMT course one time, came back, and 33 years later, still doing it.
Along the way, he's had many good days and some bad days.
He said one of his firefighters was injured in that.
Yes.
It was you.
It was me.
September 2nd, 2024, the iconic Wolf Lodge Steakhouse was consumed by flames.
Fire was starting to get going pretty good.
Dozens of firefighters spraying the flames. Meantime,
I was walking along this kind of the southwest side of the building, and there was a loud explosion. Really loud.
A compressed gas tank exploded right in front of him.
Kind of knocked me, not over, but kind of stumbled a little bit. I remember hearing, it sounded like I had a beehive in my ear. I couldn't hear anything out of my right ear.
His daughter, who's now an EMT, was with him that day.
After about 20, 30 minutes, I started getting nauseated like I was going to throw up. And they ended up, one of the guys that was from one of our engines ended up driving me with my daughter to the hospital. And I remember on the drive there, I couldn't hear anything.
What's going through your mind in that moment?
First thing was I couldn't do this job anymore because I couldn't hear. So that was obviously my first fear was not being able to do the job I love to do.
Doctors scanned Crawfoot. He had a massive concussion, a minor brain bleed, and as a result, lost 30% of his hearing in his right ear.
It was a scary day. I mean, I was worried about my daughter. Obviously, she's witnessing all this, and she's my baby.
The Wolf Lodge, as you know, was completely lost. All of the memories inside of the iconic steakhouse gone. But there's one memory from that day Crawfoot will never forget.
It was the last call that I worked with John and Frank. So that was the last actual call in the field I worked with those guys.
Crawfoot talking about Battalion Chiefs John Morrison and Frank Harwood, the two firefighters shot and killed this past June.
You guys were good friends.
We were. We worked together as battalion chiefs for quite a while together. John was one of my best friends. I've known him for many, many years, probably 25 plus years.
And that September day would be the last day they ever worked together.
To know that that was the last call I worked with them, it was tough.
It's a day that you'll never forget.
No.
Instead of counting how many times he could have quit or walked away from the career he loves, Crawfoot is using it to fuel the next 30 years.
You see the good, the bad, and there's always way more good than bad, that you see. And just to make a small difference in somebody's life is huge. Even changing a smoke detector battery for somebody that can't do it, just the look on their faces and things like that. The appreciation is amazing.
Well, in Spokane Public Schools, some students learned about the justice system before even learning how to drive a car.
It was a lesson in civics for children who put on a mock trial for the case of the stolen lunch. NonStop locals Caitlin Smock attended the trial and she's got the verdict.
Third graders in Tiffany Santos' class learn about civics and how the court system works each year. But this is not a normal lesson. Santos spends weeks with her students learning about the law and prepared to participate in a mock trial. Each student is given a role: jury, prosecution, defense, and witnesses. And with the help of Judge Julie McKay, the students become fully immersed. The case of the stolen lunch contained the plaintiff's favorite, a peanut butter sandwich. After presiding over the case for the first time 4 years ago, McKay tells me it became a priority to clear time on her docket each year for these students.
So my first year, these kids came in just like this class, dressed to the nines. They had suits, they had ties, their dresses, they had notes, they were prepared. It was phenomenal. And it's great learning experience. They are so polite and just delighted to be here.
The case of the stolen lunch saw 10 jury members, 3 lawyers for both the prosecution and defense, each aided by Gonzaga law students, and 4 witnesses. Students gave opening statements, questioned witnesses, and finished with closing statements before the jury began deliberation. Santos says she hopes this lesson stays with students for years to come.
This is what it's all about, right? I have 180 days with them, and I want to make all of them count, and this is one of the big ones. This is one that they'll remember third grade for that.
In the case of the stolen lunch, the defendant was found guilty, and the jury tells me the most important piece of evidence was the peanut butter found on his nose. In Spokane, Caitlin Smock, NonStop Local.
Thank you for watching One Good Show.
Love revisiting some of the key stories and the key stories of your lives out there over the last year.
Yeah, it really is fun to kind of go back through again and go, oh my gosh, I loved that story. Or, there's so many touching moments and so many great people right here in our community.
And we all deal with stress and frustrations, and it really is a nice reset to get perspective as we launch into 2026. So that'll do it for tonight's special newscast. One Good Show, so many great stories and many more to look forward to next year.
And it's great for us to be with you tonight and every night right here on NonStop Local KHQ. We appreciate you choosing to spend your evenings with us.
And from all of our family here to your family, happy holidays. Have a great night.
Thank you for watching One Good Show.